Welcome everybody. How are we all doing today? Good night, camera. One day. So everyone, hello, welcome to the stream. Today I'm back in Visual Studio. It's a programming stream. What else would I be in? So, how are we all doing this fine evening? I am feeling hyped up and ready to start programming again. And specifically what it is we're going to program is just like a top-down dungeon-y game for the moment. But then, as always with me, we're going to be implementing a stupid and unnecessary first-person graphics system. And it's going to be great. So, let's get into it. This is it. Okay, coolio. And actually, this is it. Currently, it's just a grey screen. There's nothing here yet. So how are we going to do this? Well, first things first, we need a map. So Okay, indentation, please work. Why is it on 4 spaces? It should be 2. Ugh. 2, tab size 2, and there we go. That's much nicer. Now this, why is there? Why are the brackets different colours? That's interesting. I like that. Oh, that's an interesting and cool looking new feature. And it's actually going to be, actually would have been really useful on my previous project if I just, nah, I can't be able to open it because I always got confused about the level I was in things with lots of, what's it called, many dimensional arrays. Would have been very useful for them. And you know what, I want my camera to be down here today. It's the least important corner of my screen. There. So anyway, back to the map. Just going to be a simple 5, wait no, that's 6. Okay, it's just going to be a simple 5x5-ish map of just single walls or not walls. Oh my god, why can't I type anymore? There we go, that's a map. And then we need in here, we're gonna go through the map and it's going to draw it enlarged on the screen. So we iterate and then we iterate again. And then with that, it is a rect. God, I've forgotten everything in the weeks I've not been programming. Rect. Oh, hold on, no, it needs to be if there's a thing to be drawn. It first needs to be j times, I'm going to start 64, I times 64, and widths and heights of 64 and 64. And now this needs to be plus 32. And now we go here. Oh wait, no, we need to save it first. Refresh the page, there we go. That is our map. Isn't it wonderful? Now we need to plonk a player down in there. So we need to go let's just stop them at 70, 70. X, P, Y. Oh, actually, no, you know what? Ellipse. There we go. Okay, 5 is very small. God, you know what? I'm closing Discord. Don't need it open. Vortex, don't need that open anymore. I was just downloading a mod for Skyrim a couple minutes ago. We need this. There we go. Okay, put that up to maybe 20. Oh, now it's colliding with something. There you go. Okay, now we make it walk or make them move. So I don't remember how to do that. That's why we have p5js.org/reference. We need events, key pressed. No, is it not key pressed? Events, key is pressed. No, maybe it is key pressed. If key is, no, key is down. Okay, yep. Okay. If key is down, A px minus equals 1. You open. Key is downwards expecting a number. Okay. Okay. I will remember these numbers one day. Okay, 65. Save that. Refresh the page. Nope. Get back to here. There we go. Okay, nice. It works. Woohoo. But we need to do this differently, actually. Because this is eventually going to be a first-person game, we don't want WASD to be fixed directions like up, down, left and right. We need them to be relative directions, that's forwards and backwards and left and right, but relative to the direction the player is facing. So we need player direction to equal 0, so we got to do maths basically the player direction is going to be stored. It's going to be a number. It's going to be an angle between 0 and 360, which we'll probably just round back down to 0. And then to find the player's movement, you can find the vertical and horizontal components of it, because we have, so north we have the angle stored in player direction and a fixed direction hypotenuse, which we can use cosine and sine to find the components, to find the direction you need to move. When you press W and S, A and D, you'd have to find the normal line to it. Wait, I suppose you could just, like, there'd just be something you have to flip, and then the arrow keys just increase or decrease your direction. Okay, so if key is pressed, left underscore arrow player direction minus equals 1. So we just need to go angle mode degrees, because I hate radians. And I also just want to draw a line showing the player's or just print the player's direction so I know it's working. Key is pressed is not a function. Oh, key is down. God, I feel so good not having to run this through a server. I desperately need that key codes finder again. That a website I used to have to find key codes. Okay. God, why is it? You know what? Fine. We'll just get it up in a table. Hang on, it's just the open image in new tab. There we go. Okay. I don't think that is correct, but okay. 123. Yeah, that doesn't seem like the number I've used before for it, but I trust the internet people. If the internet people were wrong. You know what? Don't fail me, W3. Where's it gone? There we go. This is correct. Now, where are the arrow keys? 37. Let's try that. There we go. And now we just make it spin the other way as well. 39. And plus equals and now if the key that is down is W, '87, we need to do a bit of a calculation, so we need to go px plus equals the, hold on, that will be the opposite, so it's the sine of this angle, that's math dot sine player direction times, oh no, that's just times by 1, and then py plus equals math dot cosine player direction. Hopefully that's correct. Key, oh my god, who let this person near a keyboard, honestly? Okay, that's minus 81, that's it's still calculating in radians, I think. Angle mode. Also degrees in radians. Hold on. Sine does. Okay, we can use the P5 sine and cosine, which take into account the angle mode. Goodbye, math. We have other ways of doing this, so first thing to note is that it goes the opposite way to what I thought. We are currently turning right, but from the perspective of our character we are going left. I see the problem. It's because this is using down as the positive, as the forwards Y for when you're facing north, so the character's just constantly moonwalking. There we go. Now it makes more sense. I'm pressing right and I'm turning right. Now I'm turning left, now I'm turning right. Though we might need to increase the turn speed. Player direction minus equals 6. That seems a little too fast. Just for now, I suppose. 3. Everything. This is all just not finalised stuff, by the way. It's also kind of jarring to do this from a top-down perspective. Anyway, pause that. Well, just change window. And we need the opposite of this. We need backwards movement. So we need S. I know where that is in the alphabet. It's 83. So theoretically we should be able to switch both of these. Take it down and turn left, and I move that way. If we just put times. This is just, I get a line so you can see which way is forwards. Illegal constructor. Line 45. Audio listen. Why did it correct line to audio listener? Fix your shit. No, this. Now we can see that that line is the direction I'm pointing. And when I press backwards, forwards, turn left, turn right. And now we need A and D. So A is 50 something? 65, okay. Okay, now how do we do this? Maybe we just and sign. If we just switch those round. Ooh, I was right, but these need to be switched because that's the D direction. Okay. Nope, that is not right. That is very much not right. What sort of angle is that? So immediate observation, it works. The Y is wrong. The Y also needs to be minus. Yeah, that fixed it, okay. Now we can just copy this in for D. These should both be switched to plus, I guess. And D is 68 because I can do maths. And that is strafing. Now, the big issue. Collision. And this is the part where I realised it would be so much easier to render the player as a rectangle, because collisions between rectangles are a lot easier to manage than between a circle and a rectangle. And now there's something I have been thinking about for a long time. How to do this efficiently. So if you've been with the channel for a while, you'll probably remember that god-awful game I made a couple years ago. It was a top-down game like this, and it had walls, it had collisions, but the collision detection, as well as the rendering, was one of the biggest causes of lag in the game. So I've been thinking about how to do this so much better. And I have a solution. Basically, whenever the player presses a key to move, it calculates where you're going to be after that movement, and then just checks if there's a block there. So, by doing that, we can use these calculations to see where the player is going to end up, and then we can do some maths on that. We can basically so we'll have something in terms of 64s. We can then basically round that down to see if where it lands on this grid will be a 1 or a 0. So we start with forwards. So we start by finding if the x coordinate where x is going to end up minus 32 to adjust for the shift over, and then divided by 64. Oh no, that needs to be this is going to be and then this is going to be on the map. So if the place where you end up isn't, or if the place where your top left corner, no, where your center ends up is not equal to 1, reading 0.75, okay. forgot to floor it. Need to round it down. So we don't end up with decimal values for this. Not math.math, math.floor. Again, let's try that again. Okay, that's a problem. It freezes in the wrong places. So what do we need to do? We need to console.log. Where's the other one that we don't need any more of this? Save that. Okay, interesting. Strange. Okay, actually let's first see if maybe I don't need the minus 32. Oh no, it needs to be minus whatever I made the player's width to be 20. Oh no, minus 10. Save it and there we go. Okay. You don't slide along walls just yet, but it's progress. I also suspect there's something else wrong. Yep, it doesn't detect the collision until that left corner. I just want to see what the music queued up is looking like. Okay, just gonna skip that Nether song. Oh wait, no, that's what we needed to delete. Okay, that needs to be just py. Okay, God, I forget what my variable names are called every new project. If map, floor, py minus cos player direction minus 10 divided by 64 is not 1. Then you can move in the y direction. Now you should theoretically slide along walls. So we put ourselves at an angle and cannot read properties of undefined. I am missing something, and that is the something. We needed the second bit. Now slide. Excuse me? Line 37? Okay, this was working fine before. What broke? $37.16. Oh, I see. Okay, I need to math py. There we go. Now that should be always in, because obviously currently it's 80, which is far outside of this. I reckon there's a little bit of tweakage that needs to be done there. Nope, it's still broken. Okay. PX. Case sensitivity will be the death of me. Now, slide. Nope. So this is going to just align that to the right corner. Reading 1 at that. What did I spell wrong? Wait, what line was that? Line 37.36. How is this an error? I didn't change this bit. Like what? Oh my god. Okay. It's a brackets problem. He was doing py minus 10/64, I think, instead of py minus 10/64. So go away, sad music. Okay, cool. Stop going to the console. But there is still this problem. So we need to make a second check for each of these. Which is simple enough. We just copy this. We go and change this to a +10. Okay, come on. Damn it, it didn't work. Okay. Problem identified. We potentially need to make 2 more checks for each of these. Which are again, should be easy ones. Just need to change a sign. So now it's checking if every corner will be good to go. Good, the previous thing still work. That works. That works. Yes, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, if it works for W, we can get it to work for all the other keys. Because currently you can use the other ones to get stuck inside blocks. But good news, the logic carries over. You just need to change some different pluses or minuses. So this needs to make, all of these need to be a minus. And then for this next one, all of these here need to be a plus. And we can save that, and now walking backwards will work too. It does. Okay, neat. Now we minimise that. For this direction, which is the A direction, these need to become cos. Cos for cosine, and then these will need to become minus sine. Oh crap, okay, that auto-filled to the wrong thing. Now A will work. And we can just copy this down, because all you need to do is change the minuses and the pluses. Does help if you actually put them as pluses though. They're here. And now you can see fully working collisions. I promise this is working. It's just doing strafing in top down third person feels really uncomfortable, especially with these controls. Oof. Okay, well, that is some decent progress for less than an hour. Yep, like 50 minutes. Not bad. Me? Thanks, me. Well, you know, nope, stop. Okay. What next? Well, this was just meant to be getting the movement down, but I suppose could be other things. What other things? Now let's just quickly make some things into variables instead of set values. There we need the player's radius, well, half of the edge length, and player speed equal 1 for now, and let the map size equal 64. Now we just need to go through and replace all instances of those with the correct thing. Wait, no, not divided by 32, just divided by 2. Now player y minus p radius. Just go through and do the radii first. Shite, what did I just do? Highlight too much. Next thing we need to do is go through and make these cosines and sines times by the player speed. It's strange because this looks like a complicated system, but it's doing so much less than what would have been done here otherwise. If I hadn't thought of this solution, if it weren't, it would be checking every one of these and seeing if it was colliding with them, and that might not seem like much at this scale, but once I'm making full-size maps and not tiny test levels, that would be significant. Also, this 64 needs to become map size. Also probably terrible name, but once we've replaced everything, it can be replaced with like grid size or something. Oh shoot, that shouldn't be there. Or at least in theory this would be more optimal for checking against things. But things now we can also, if I were to put this down really far, you could have much more detailed maps. And obviously we were outside of the map there, so it broke. But if I were to just scale this down, it's just ever so slightly smaller, but it's, hang on, actually what's the smallest it could go? If the player's radius is 10, we could make this 20 and it would work just fine theoretically. Oh no, it's not actually drawing it, is it? Oh yeah, it is. So if I go like this, I'm stuck in a wall. Okay, that's just too small. Map size equals 21. Boom. Now you can move through some very tight corridors. Hey! Unity the Coder, thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing today? God, I'm almost impressed at myself with how quickly I made this movement. But no, okay, moving on to new things. New things, we're doing new things. Including just fixing up this. Oh, we need to expand these again because it's one last thing that needs to change. This needs to be p speed times that. And we need to change it there. There we go, okay. This speed equals, let's just set this to a nice 5 for a test of this. And refresh that. Now are you ready for zooming? Interesting, Interesting, it catches you before you collide. Because obviously I'm now less than 5 distance from that, so moving any further would cause me to intersect with it, so it has to just stop me a little before it, which is fine, I suppose. Until we get to, say, this size. And speed. Well, you know what? I'm not actually fussed with this being a short stream. I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish, and the problem is the next step is a lot of much more complicated maths. So I'm not sure I want to do it on stream because I'm going to have to go referencing between various articles and YouTube videos and stuff, so I think I'm going to end this here and do the next bit off camera. So thanks for being here. Thank you to the new follower. It's lovely to have you here, even though you haven't said anything yet, but you know, that's fine. I will see you all next time, which will be Thursday, probably, hopefully. So, see you all then, for whatever I decide to do. Goodbye. Oh wait, hold on, you know what? I have this for a reason. Bye.